So hello and welcome back to Goomaddy's Coins and Banknotes, and today we are talking about the 1946 Australian halfpenny. So in the case of the 1946, there was a slight increase in mintage figures because in 1944 mintage figures dropped off because they had enough coins minted in 1942 and 1943. So 1944 they didn't need as many coins. Same with 1945. But then the demand picked up in 1946. So we have a mintage figure of 13,372,000. Not a lot compared to the coins minted in 1943 and 42, but it's a lot more than the pre-war series, in which generally you have about maximum of 5 million coins minted. So if you look at the mintage figures of these halfpennies, before and after the Second World War, there's a drastic difference. So part of that's because of the US increase in troops. Part of that's also because we had a high immigration after the Second World War. Okay, so we have the reverse, which has the kangaroo. It has KG, which is Cougar Grey, who designed the coin. And on the back, we have the effigy of George VI. And that is the Thomas Paget effigy. So we have HP underneath the head. So you should find HP. Sometimes that's missing. But I don't think any errors have been found with a missing HP in this year. So this condition's probably very fine. And for 1946, has a book value of about $3, but realistically about $1.50. If condition, about $4. Uncirculated, talking about $30. Choice uncirculated, so probably if you grade it, probably 65 to 70. You're talking probably about $100 and up. Okay, so that's the basic information about this coin. Oh, if you want to know metal composition, it's 97% copper, 2.5% zinc, and 0.5% tin. So pretty much just a copper coin, which I call it bronze, which is amalgamation. So what you'd be looking for in errors in this coin is pretty much a lot of die cracks. There's a hell of a lot of die cracks for this date. If you get, so I recommend you get this catalog. So this will help you find different varieties in different pre-decimal coins. Now there is no one for decimal coins, but this I highly recommend if you collect pre-decimal coins. Now for these, that coin catalog has a lot of die cracks in it, but you should be able, like this one's a little bit off center, so I wouldn't be surprised if you can find a coin in which it's more off center than this one. So probably where the lettering is off. So this will be classed as a minor error coin. Not really, because most of the, or actually all of the die is still on the coin. It's really got nothing going for it. So then you need to look at any other errors. So what you need to look for is dots all over the place. Probably check for doubling on the letterings, because while we haven't found any, they could still exist, re-engraved die. Doubling, you know, where it's been struck twice, yeah, they're probably around. Then you got planchet flaws, which is just because of the actual flan. What else? Also, you can have cuts on the side, so where the actual die's been cut before minting. Then you got ram strikes, broad strikes, etc, etc. Okay, so I don't see any die cracks or errors on this coin, which is a pity. So you need to actually get the light to reflect it, and nah, And I'm not talking about these dots here. That's just part of the actual coin. So basically nothing on that one. Let's look at the next one. And the rims on these are actually, this one's actually quite good. You can see all of the denticles. Looks like this one might have a dot under kg. Denticles are pretty good, but usually they're not as well struck. Okay, and you see that on the L, that's probably just damage from where it's been hit sometime in the past. And you can see the patina is pretty much intact, so this one has not been used in a long time. Okay, but the little dot, so you can see the HP underneath the effigy is actually quite clear there. A lot of the times that seems to get worn quite readily. So even if it's missing, could still be just a damaged coin depending on how much has been circulated. This coin will be very fine condition because it's missing a lot of detail of the hair, which should have fine striations. Okay, but that's quite an... I actually quite like these. Okay, another 46. Oh, these are all 46, so not surprised. And as you can see, this one is doubling. So that means the collar is probably not as tight. So the coin's been allowed to spread out past the actual die itself. So that would account for that. It's pretty common, so nothing special there. Okay. So looking at the lettering. So I don't see anything, but I quite like this coin. So this looks a bit weak. So that could be a die fill. Does have a lot of wear on it though. You can see by scratches. But based on the actual coin itself, that wear, when you look at other coins, it could, to me, just based on experience, yeah, that's probably a die fill. There's not enough wear on it to account for the missing ear. So that is interesting. And here we have the last coin, which has a lamination problem. So the metal's starting to come off. Whether that's been when it was, or before it was struck, you can see starting to peel there, or if it's after. So there's been a weakness there and the metal's just flaked off afterwards. Could even have come off during the minting process. And okay, so what we have here is we have what? Okay, so this is a forked die crack, which I didn't expect to find. Okay, forked die crack, rim to Y, so that's it. Through star to kangaroo's nose. No, this goes pretty much up to the kangaroo's neck. And the other one goes to the kangaroo's foot. Does it look like a die crack? It does. So that's what you need to look for, a forked die crack. And you can find them all over this coin. So that's an error coin if you want to find one. That's what you need to look for. Even though this one's quite weak. So it's just started. As I kept on using this die, it would have just gotten bigger and bigger. And eventually, I would say parts of it would have started to fall out. Okay, and on this side, no, I don't see anything unusual. Still got the HP. Just remember you got dots, but you might mistake some damage for dots. So anyway, that's basically what you're looking for. The actual die crack. This one's a fork die crack, which is, I think it's pretty unique to this coin. So let's have a look at the other two again, other three. Yeah, no die cracks there. No, no. And for some reason, all these fork die cracks seem to be centered around Penny. So that's basically. Hope this helps you with your coin collecting. Anyway, thank you very much and have an awesome coin and banknote collecting time. Thank you and goodbye.